What if the raise you waited all year for, the one you thought would finally make life easier, actually makes you feel poorer instead of richer? Sounds crazy, right? But stay with me for a second, because this happens to millions of people and almost nobody talks about it. You grind all year, you show up early, stay late, answer emails when everyone else is asleep, and then finally, boom, the boss calls you in and says, "Good news, we're giving you a raise." For a moment, it feels amazing. Your brain lights up. You start doing quick math in your head. More money, better life. Maybe a nicer place. Maybe finally paying off that credit card. Maybe breathing a little easier when bills hit your inbox. But then something strange happens. A few months pass, and that raise, it starts feeling tiny, like it barely moved the needle at all. The excitement fades faster than a trending meme. Suddenly groceries cost more, rent creeps up, subscriptions pile in, and somehow that bigger paycheck already feels normal. Almost invisible. It's like the finish line moved while you weren't looking. And here's the wild part. This isn't just inflation or bad luck. Your brain is playing a game on you. A psychological trap baked deep into modern life. See, humans don't measure happiness in dollars. We measure it in difference. The first raise of your career. That hits like winning the lottery. Your heart races. You celebrate. Maybe even call your family. But the 10th raise, even if it's technically bigger, it barely registers. Your mind adjusts fast. Psychologists call this adaptation, but in the real world, it feels more like running on a treadmill that slowly speeds up while you're trying to catch your breath. And corporations know this rhythm. The system is built around it. Raises come just big enough to keep you motivated, but rarely big enough to truly change your life. It's like getting a slightly larger slice of the same pizza every year, while the restaurant quietly doubles the price. And meanwhile, social media makes it worse. You open your phone, and suddenly everybody looks richer than you. Someone bought a new car. Someone upgraded apartments. Someone's on vacation in Miami, posting beach photos like life is a non-stop highlight reel. So your brain starts whispering, maybe this raise isn't enough. And boom, without realizing it, you upgrade your lifestyle just a little. Maybe better takeout, maybe a new gadget, maybe a subscription you swear you'll cancel later. Nothing crazy, just small upgrades. But those tiny changes stack up like silent thieves. And before long, your expenses rise almost perfectly to match your new income. Now the raise that once felt huge is just maintenance, like pouring water into a bucket with a tiny hole at the bottom. And here's the twist nobody expects. The higher your salary climbs, the smaller raises tend to feel emotionally, because expectations grow faster than income. When you earned your first paycheck, an extra $1,000 felt massive. Now it barely moves the dial. It's not that the money is smaller, it's that your mental scoreboard has completely changed. Your brain quietly resets the normal line every single time your income goes up. So the next raise has to be bigger just to create the same emotional spark. That's why some executives making six figures still feel like they're behind. It's not Methet's psychology. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The chase for just a little more becomes endless. Like scrolling through videos at 2 a.m., telling yourself one more clip before sleep. The real question isn't why raises feel smaller. It's why we expect them to feel huge forever. Because the system never teaches us how quickly our minds adjust. It only tells us to keep climbing. Higher salary, bigger goals, next promotion. But if your lifestyle expands at the same speed as your paycheck, the finish line keeps sliding forward like a mirage in the desert. That's the hidden truth behind the raise that felt exciting on Monday and ordinary by Friday. And here's something I want you to think about for a second, Have. You ever noticed how the happiest people with money aren't always the ones earning the most, but the ones who learned how to pause before upgrading their lives? That small pause, that moment of awareness, can change everything. Because once you break the automatic cycle, a raise stops being something that disappears into bills and starts becoming something powerful. Freedom, options, breathing room. But almost nobody talks about that part. So now I'm curious to be honest for a second. Has a raise in your life ever felt huge at first and then strangely small just a few months later? Drop a comment and share your experience, because once people start comparing stories, the pattern becomes impossible to ignore. That realization might be the first step to finally making your next raise actually feel like progress instead of just another number on a paycheck.